Hi, my name is Justin. Globally, we're starting to experience mass biodiversity extinction events, which include plants, mammals, birds, insects, and more. And this is all due to changes in climate and also land use change, which affects species habitats. Some even say we're entering our sixth mass global extinction event, which can be especially concerning because native ecosystems and organisms help support a variety of ecosystem functions and services that help support planetary health and human activities. Globally, grasslands are also really important for biodiversity and also carbon storage, and especially in California. In California, grasslands host 90% of the state's threatened and endangered plant species, and also several threatened and endangered animal species. California grasslands are also thought to be really important for carbon storage given future climate change. With future climate change, we may expect that there's going to be a greater frequency of fire and more intense droughts. And these types of natural disasters often can cause mass mortality events in plant communities. However, in grasslands, which are often thought of as underground forests, because most of their plant growth is below ground and the carbon is stored below ground, carbon is less likely to be lost during these natural disaster events because it's stored below ground. And the above ground plant material, even though it may die off and be released into the atmosphere, will be relatively less compared to forests, which have massive above ground plant structures where the carbon is stored and can be re-released back into the atmosphere during these events. Because California grasslands are so important for ecosystem services and functions across the state and beyond, because grasslands in California are so important for ecosystem functions, I wanted to better understand how successful is grassland restoration in the long term. Because even though grassland restoration has been heavily documented for the past 40 years, there's very little post-restoration assessment because of limited funding. To better understand the outcomes of restoration projects in California, I selected 37 restored coastal grasslands across a 1,000 kilometer range in California and assessed the plant diversity and plant cover over 3 years. I found 97% of projects were successful in meeting their project goals. However, interviews with land managers and restoration practitioners find that managers often use the same species across the 1,000 kilometer range because they believe they'll grow faster and survive better to help achieve project goals, which is understandable. However, continued preferential use of certain species, which is across the entire range, could potentially lead to regional species loss as we continue to lose existing systems across the range that have greater amounts of biodiversity that are not being restored. In order to address this, we could create regional agencies that help coordinate restoration and species selection across the range. Thank you.